Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands. The Bastion, Caelandia's safe haven, once the highest point in the city. Too bad it wasn't finished before the Calamity struck. The Wharf District. Folks sailed deep into the boundless sea from here. The Workman Ward. Them windbags used to keep the city humming along here. The Breaker Barracks. Many straight shooters learned their way here. Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong. Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? He heads for the biggest dump in town. Scumbag alley. Some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash. And there he is. The oldest scumbag of them all. Gershel. The Calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition. The rest of the path is gone good, and his city crest won't bring it back. No core, no surprise. Like the gas fellas are hiding it from him. He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. Somehow that old forge is still standing. Inside the forge, he can fine-tune those instruments of his. That's everything. Mother knows he's paid his dues in that forge. Core ain't here neither, so he's gotta guess again. Never much cared for that big wide grin of his. Keeps telling himself he better watch his step. He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Kid ain't ever seen an elephant squirt before. Hopes he'll never see one again. They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed. Squirts don't make the best of friends, but they can be useful in a pinch. No sign of the core here. At least the kid got something for his trouble. for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to throw. Them squirts just don't know when to quit. Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock. Know why gas fellas all dress alike? Kids wondering the same thing. There it is, but it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd. And now there's a new marshal in town. He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall. Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started. He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. Can't be too careful these days. The windbags used to be alright. Then the Calamity took the floor out from under him. Sometimes a single look says it all. The Calamity saved some of my old books. Guess it's got a sense of humor. Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next. A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here. to be my age without learning a thing or two about what's what, but the most valuable lessons come early in life. I ain't much for worldly things, though all these years I've held on to a stash of old books from when I was young. There's one old book in particular I still like to read from time to time. It covers the important things, in a manner of speaking. A is for Kobe, the goddess of oath and abandon. Make a promise, and the chastened maid will hold you to it. He's faster than a fork of lightning, and his aim is always true. If news needs spreading, tell it to a breaker. C is for core, a perfect bit of stone found deep underground. It makes the city shine day and night. Is there anything it can't do? D is for dread rum, a potent spirit brewed from a foul-smelling plant that grows in the wilds. One taste will sharpen your senses. In an emergency, stay calm, leave your belongings, and make your way to the nearest safe haven. A solid plot of land for building anything you can imagine. Even grand ideas start small. The god of purpose and folly. The crippled Duke reminds us that good intentions are nothing on their own. Goddess of pain and pleasure. You can't have one without the other. The veiled widow makes sure of it. Case of Trouble, a song grown famous across the land, dedicated to the pioneering spirit of Calamity. The god of health and atrophy. We each have the Tower Keeper's strength in us, until that strength runs out. just like you. Don't be in such a hurry to grow up, since there's nothing a kid can't do. The god of hope and despair. The Mason King knows that success and failure are all in the mind. M is for Messiah, our goddess of loss and longing. We all are born from the Lorn Mother, and in the end, we all return to her. Always there to bring a smile at the Hanging Gardens, thanks to his feathered friends. Chance and whim. The carefree son lives forever in the moment. The rest of us can only try. When the wakeful bull is calm, let's all do our part to keep him that way. segregate her from the wilds. She can even dig her way into rotten children's dreams. The god of thirst and plenty. The gorging host reminds us to always know when we've had enough. S is for scumbag, a big lumpy old fellow who sidles about. He loves eating trash. Just be sure to keep a healthy distance from him. Trigger, the army's sharpest shooter. Take pride in Caelandia's mounted soldiers. They risk it all to keep us safe. U is for Ura, our pale neighbors to the east, whose homes are underground. Each day we learn to live in harmony. Vigil, an act in remembrance. The sacrifices of our forefathers gave us a new beginning here in Caelandia. W is for Weepin' Nelly, the Langston River's fastest little ferry barge. We couldn't have crossed that river without her help. X is for nothing. Stranger's letter in the mix. Yet even the stranger's letter has its use, as you couldn't have a mailbox without one. morning stallion stamps his hoof. Somebody out there makes up his mind. Z is for Zolwood, a tough old plant whose gourds make great target practice. Whatever you do, don't eat 'em. There's nothing after Z. Used to be one more page in here, though, before somebody tore it out. Know what it said? Page of this book was about the author. Didn't say much, but the imagination has a way of filling in the gaps. Everybody starts small, then some of us work our way up, I suppose. What else is there to say?